Alright, welcome back. So, actually, quickly, Derek, what are we doing right now?
So,
I've been mostly paying attention.
So, we are, I think we're gonna go find Snow White
okay.
now. Because the dwarves were like, meh, 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 meh. And then I was just like, I hate you guys right now.
The dwarfs are just like, the one female is gone, and we need her back immediately. And then Ventus over here is just like, but why do you need her back? Because he's a stupid child. And then the dwarfs are just like, go! Find her immediately! Ah, shit. Snow White and the Seven Clever Boys! Snow White and the Seven Clever Boys! What the fuck is this title? God, I love that Jean-Tron quote. It's so good. Those not PlayStation 2 games that only came out in Europe are truly terrifying creations. Wind!
So,
Wind!
I'm not flying through it nearly as fast as I was when I was playing Terra, because I did up the difficulty.
Oh, okay. I can't make fun of him for dying now. That was like the
I mean,
only
you still
stipulations.
could. You still could if you really wanted.
That was like my main stipulations, because I was just like, Derek, how dare you play on easy mode? And you're just like, listen, if I die, then you can make fun of me. But I'm not playing on hard. I'm not playing on the higher difficulties to do this.
Because we're trying to get through the games, not master a game.
True.
Which, I'm really good at this one.
Mm-hmm.
And probably the other ones, because I like this game. But I don't want to effort.
I don't want to try. I just want to exist. It's...
Oh god, I'm dying.
Derek, we can't both be dying.
Nope.
If we both have a cough, then the audience won't be able to tell who's coughing. It's just impossible.
This is the map? Yep.
Throat clear.
Wow, I spent a little too much time playing this game when I'm like, this is the map, and it was the map, and then there's a sticker right there I can't grab.
I get that. I have that feeling when I play, very specific games.
What is this one? Oh, the attack recipe. I knew it was going to be a recipe, but I wasn't sure which one.
I don't know if I talked about when I was bringing up Persona 1, but,
Persona.
I have that when I play, like, Persona 1, because I had to play through it twice, because you get the bad ending if you answer a question wrong.
That sounds terrible.
And, like, the game alludes to the fact that you did it wrong, but I was also just like, well, the game is still playing, so I guess it's fine?
Still going.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess I just missed out on, like, a bonus or something, so I kept playing it just to find out, oh no, that's the bad ending. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? But there's other questions in the game where if you answer them wrong, you just either have to fight a harder boss or you get locked out of getting, like, an ultimate persona or some shit. So I was like, oh, that's horseshit then. Because that means that most all of the questions in this game don't matter. Except for, like, one. And that one is a questionnaire where they ask you 3 questions, and each of the 3 questions have 4 answers. And if you answer one of those 4 incorrectly, you just have to play through the bad ending, and it doesn't immediately tell you that you're gonna get the bad ending until it's way too late to go back. I can't just ignore the girl who's crying. I don't see why you can't, but sure.
I think these are like this. I think this one right here is a really fucking annoying on the highest difficulty.
I just like to state that Ventus is a better human than I would be.
Oh yeah, I would have just walked past him.
Walked away.
You're probably just seeing things. It happens.
Chris, you're probably just seeing things. Now wait 4 seconds while we finish this cutscene and proceed through this, where the trees actually come to life and try to murder her.
Have you seen Snow White's Scary Adventure, at the original one at Disney Land?
No.
Oh my god. It's amazing. It's like...
Come on.
like... if you rode on the ride and didn't watch the movie first, you would assume that the Snow White movie is actually a horror movie. Because the amount of
Great.
fucking weird, creepy shit in that ride.
Creepypastas? Haha, jokes. Sorry.
But, yeah,
Protect
like,
Snow White until she reaches the clearing. Press that, and then add that when she needs help.
nice. Escort missions, let's go. Everyone's favorite. That's a spooky tree. Wind! It's, like, I don't know, there's something funny in me about him just, like, hucking his Keyblade and then going, GOTCHA!
Gotcha!
I've left myself defenseless. Gotcha! Win! But yeah, they like, that seems really obnoxious. This mission seems truly obnoxious.
It's fucking annoying.
Like, she takes quite a lot of damage for... Like, Jesus.
So, imagine this on the highest difficulty.
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to play this on the highest difficulty.
But,
Fucking just go the right
Yeah.
way, bitch.
Bitch Dumpster of Resident Evil fame. We should, I'm actually not a huge fan of Resident Evil 4. Blasphemy on the internet, I know. But
How dare you?
I don't think it's bad or anything, I just don't think it's the absolute masterpiece that most people think it is. It has problems. Mainly Bitch Dumpster, that's a big one. Nothing says fun like making your whole game an escort quest. And I know that, like, people are just gonna be like, but Resident Evil 5 does it too. It's like, yeah, but at least Resident Evil 5 gives the person you're trying to protect a fucking gun and all the same moves that you have. Like,
I played through Resident Evil 5, but I played through it with somebody else, so it was not nearly as bad.
that's how you should play that game, is with someone else. Like, it's
I
way
actually
better when you
liked
play
it
with
when I
someone
played
else.
it with somebody else.
If you play it with someone else, the game is vastly superior. And it makes sense because when they designed it from the ground up to be played cooperatively. They did not take into consideration...
Go! Sorry.
Nice. Yeah, they really didn't take into consideration, like, single playing it. Which was a huge mistake on their part because... doesn't hold up as well single player.
Safe here. But sit tight while I look around.
Do I have to go? I think the boss fight's like right now. Who the fuck are you? So, remember how Tara was here first?
Yes.
Was he here first?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Someone's asleep in here.
So,
Get her, boys!
get her, boys!
Coast is clear.
So you remember how
Sun's in sight.
Snow White was crying in the other field,
Mhm.
and then she went into the forest?
Yes.
Then
Oh,
we came
I
in
get it.
and rescued her.
I get
So
you.
they're in the same world at the present moment,
Yes.
but they don't know.
Possibly more. A possible
Gotcha.
fool by him, Princess.
There's a lot of that fucking shit going on with this game.
Please don't send him away. You see, he helped me when I was lost. And oh, so very frightened.
It is. There's a woman in this bed.
Well, I was
Praise her! Praise her like she's a god!
Oh my god, it's so true.
But it was like a key. And then he smiled.
I just like, when was Snow White made? I think it was either 1930s
Sword
or
like a key.
40s. I think it was
Tara!
40s. Tara.
Stranger saw you and sent his horde of evil demons after you.
Tara would never do that.
Oh, of course. I'm sure he wouldn't. Not if he's someone who's your friend.
Princess, you trustn't be so trusting.
He's a lion! Mark my words!
I'll prove it.
And now we go do a boss fight.
So,
This
when was
boss
Snow White?
fight.
It was 1940s, right?
Something like that.
It was either 1930s or 1940s. Yeah.
Don't worry, there's nothing important. Just
Oh,
continue.
because I was just thinking, like, you know, they find her, they praise her like she's a god, and then her entire job is to just, like, cook and clean and do everything around the house for them, and all I can think of is just, like, yeah, this really was, like, an old movie, wasn't it? It's, like, it's, times have changed so much now since this. Man, that's a pretty evil-looking tree, dude. Get him, boy. Anyways. Where was I? I think I was gonna talk about something, but I don't remember what it was now. That's what happens when you get sidetracked. Oh, yeah, Resident Evil 5. There we go. Yeah, so, I don't know. Resident Evil 5, I think, is actually pretty good.
I like it. But
it's not like...
I'm one of the few people who probably does.
The problem with it is that it wasn't like a horror game, and people were like, it's not a horror game, it's an action game. But I could make that same argument about 4. Come at me, Internet. They're like...
How dare you.
It has horror... Well, it's essentially like, it has scary stuff in there, and I'm like, it's got the
Jump scares.
Iron Maidens... There isn't jump scares in it, I'll give it that. But, like, the only scary things in that whole game is, like, the Iron Maiden one, where they go into the lab where they were experimenting on humans and they made the spiky guys.
Yeah, I think I remember
And the regenerators that can regenerate their limbs. But other than that specific section, what about that game was really scary? Nothing, really, right? Like, there's really nothing you can think of outside of that. And I guess, like, people would be like, but Chainsaw Guy, and I'm like, yeah, but they have him in Resident Evil 5 too.
And you can kill him,
And,
actually,
yeah,
in Resident Evil 5.
You can kill him in Resident Evil 4.
Yep.
It's just not scary, like... It's tense,
Thank you.
but, like, action's
To tell the
tense.
truth, I really
Action isn't always
don't know
scary,
what I'd
like...
done without that.
It's, something else.
Alright, so, I don't know, I've always had a problem, because I've always so used to the internet just being like, Resident Evil 5 is fucking terrible, and Resident Evil 4 is a masterpiece, and I'm like, but you hate them for the same reason. They're both not horror games. Like, I don't understand.
And is 6 even a horror game?
No, 6 is the first one in a long time that's actually been a... no. Correction. 6's Leon campaign is the only one that has horror elements. And then the other 2 are definitely not horror games.
Because in 6 you play as Leon, Chris, and somebody else, right?
Wesker's son.
Wesker's son.
But they were all in individual separate campaigns that didn't... They overlapped. Like this game, actually. It's a lot like this game. Where the campaigns overlapped with each other, but they weren't with each other at any point.
So there was like one crossing, maybe?
Yeah.
1 or 2 crossings?
I will give Resident Evil 6 its kudos for being really, really fucking dedicated to the cause. Because, like, they tried to please everyone with that game, and in turn pleased no one with that game.
It's very unfortunate when that happens.
Yeah, because Leon's campaign plays and acts like Resident Evil 4. Chris Redfield's campaign plays and acts like Resident Evil 5. And Jake's campaign plays and acts like Resident Evil 3, where you have Nemesis chasing you the whole time. So Jake's is probably the closest to classic Resident Evil horror. Leon's was the closest to modern, air quotations, Resident
You will
Evil
like
horror.
this world.
Okay. And then Chris Redfield's was the one that was just like, we're pandering to fucking action! Kill everything!
Which is fun.
Which is fun. Honestly, I think his campaign is actually the funnest. Because it's just... Because the system that they had in place, they just gave to all the characters. So all these crazy action moves you can do in the, like, slower horror-based ones. And it makes no sense. So it's like, whatever.
So you remember how with Terra we
Friend.
went through and we had to fight the thing and save
Oh dear.
Yeah,
carriage and
the
that
thing.
such.
Yeah.
This happens before.
Oh, okay. We should have won here first.
We can't. There's certain orders how these...
This game is horseshit.
Oh yeah.
Should fix this.
So he's tiny because he's the size of a mouse.
Oh, I thought he was literally in some sort of fucking nebulous tube. Like, in a dimension. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Don't be afraid. Oh,
Oh, little human.
interesting.
I'll store you.
I've never seen a mouse like you before.
I'll store you in my shirt.
Jack, you better explain things to him.
This is a genre of porn, by the way. I want everyone to know this before we take any more steps forward.
Where's funny? I know what you're talking about. I know what the fuck you're talking about, and I stumbled upon it, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? Dude, the shrunken down human / giant people stuff, I'm always like,
Why?
what is this? Why do people, the human race is doomed to die. I'm so certain of it.
It's not yours. I'll see you in a little while.
Oh.
I think porn is the #1 thing to, like, you look at it and then you're just like, it just immediately either clicks with you and you're like, yeah, I get it. Or you're just like, why would anyone make this? The fuck is wrong with people? Like, does he have a Spanish accent? Did he always have a
I
Spanish
don't
accent?
remember.
Yeah, like, I don't remember.
Is all I've dreamed about.
Being a Keyblade master is the only two-dimensional thing they made my character.
Which is why I'm so easily swayed to the darkness. Darkness, darkness, darkness.
I love the Kingdom
What are-
Hearts franchise,
Yeah.
but at the same time, the writing is the writing.
So, can we all agree that if you make a character and their only goal is to get more powerful, it is way too easy to sway that character to the dark side?
Oh, without a doubt.
Like, it just seems like such a, like, I don't know, like, just such a weird way of handling things where you're just like, oh, I need to get more powerful, I'm not strong enough, and then they're just like, I can give you more power, Jedi.
More power, Jedi!
And he's just like, but
Padme!
and then he's just like, I'll let you shoot lightning from your fucking fingertips, and then he's just like, that sounds fucking cool, actually.
I
will
give you the
take
power
that.
to save Padme.
Literally, he's like, I'll give you the power to save people from the dead. And then you're just like, but like, the light side of the Force has that too, so like,
Nope.
okay. And the light sides isn't as bullshit. I don't know, maybe I'm just going off of,
What's that?
expanded lore, but in, Knights of the Old Republic, you have the ability to just heal people with the Force.
Is Cinderella going?
So,
And if you're on the dark side, you have the ability to do that, but you have to steal other people's life to do it, and it's just like, that feels really impractical.
you never got around to playing the MMO, which I enjoyed, the Star Wars: The Old Republic,
It's wonderful.
very much.
Right.
And the way it is a couple classes have like healing things,
You sure look
a
happy,
healing
Cinderella.
spec type thing. So, like
I'm going to the royal ball tonight.
the mercenaries and
I
like
guess
the tech
dreams
people,
really do come
someone
true.
like healing things, like healing.
Holy shit, she does have ears.
My dress will have to wait.
I'm sorry, I just took away from your thing. I've never seen her have ears.
I'm coming.
But in her not princess outfit, she has ears. They're just mostly covered by her hair. Oh yeah.
But yeah, in the they have the ability to summon like the healing pods that they use in Star Wars to heal people. But with the powers of the Jedis, they just kind of like magic you.
I forced healed you.
Yep.
What do we need to get?
I used the force to heal you, and he's just like,
Let's do it.
Okay.
okay, that makes sense, I think.
Jacques, you get things set up here.
Oh man, I was watching JonTron's like Starcade again for shits and giggles, and there's a part where Darth Vader's just like, I'll show you the power of the Force, and he starts using the Force choke, and John's like, that's not my throat.
Yes. Oh my god. So we need to find 5 things.
Fabricaboo, abysity boo, a fucking government.
Hold on a minute. I'm like, this is annoying.
You have to take a photo.
So I'm just gonna do this so I remember.
Fair enough.
Okay, there we go.
There's a white sash up to wait. I've
White
already forgot
sash
it.
and a bunch of other shit.
Cool.
See, that's why I took a picture.
The bippity boppity. They're just gonna play this on loop forever.
Oh yeah.
Oh god damn it.
I hope
please.
you are ready.
I'm not prepared.
You are not prepared.
I'll just drown it out with a more obnoxious song that everyone hates. It's a small world after all. Yes. Dude, that shit
Okay, this is the map, I think.
is the worst song ever.
knew it.
Yep. Have you ever
This
actually?
one
have you
is
ever
the
been
magic
to-
recipe.
Derek, we don't need your level of fucking dedication.
I don't want to be right. That's the sad part.
Fair enough. It's... Bippity boppity doop. Okay. Have you ever been to Disneyland / Disney World, like, ever?
I think so. Yeah, I think I've been once or twice.
Okay.
Maybe just once
How
because
do
we don't have money.
I was gonna say, like, how do you not remember going to Disneyland? It's like the one thing everyone's obsessed about.
Because I was a kid and I don't remember stuff.
I mean, I was a kid when I went and I remember going.
I remember it was weird because somebody was there and I don't remember who it was.
Fair enough. How young are you? I guess you're really young.
Young.
Like, probably super young.
Yeah,
I
probably
'cause-
less than 5. Or
Oh,
around
okay.
5.
Because I think I went there when I was either 5 or 6.
Disneyland.
Disneyland is a good place to bring small children because most all the rides are for small children because it's
Yeah.
a really family-focused park. Like, it's hard to bring kids to, like, Six Flags and shit because... I mean, they have a lot of rides for kids at Six Flags, but, like, most of the really, like, interesting rides
Well, they
are,
gotta
like,
go to Edaville Railroad.
Edaville Railroad, or, Santa's Workshop. That's also a popular one around here. Oh, or motherfucking Storybook Land! Fucking, that shit's awesome! I want to go back to Storybook Land at some point, just for shits and giggles, but I also don't want to be that asshole who's, like, in his goddamn mid-20s, in a fucking park for fucking 5-year-olds. Everyone's gonna think I'm a pedophile or some shit. Like, it's probably not a good idea. Let's just, like, not do that. Me and my friends are, my friends from college were talking about it, and we're just like, I was like, yeah, Storybook Land, and we were all just like, oh, fuck yeah, Storybook Land! Yo, we should all go back to Storybook Land! And I was just like, and it was funny because the reasons we wanted to go back was because we all remembered seeing something there that fucking traumatized us. That's the best part.
That actually is the best part. Dodge roll, it's level 2 now.
And then, but yeah, we were all just like, we just look like assholes going to this little kid park. And I was just like, actually, you know, I have a cousin who's fucking, like, 5 or 6 or something. We should just take her there to give the illusion that we're, like, just there with a sibling or something. And, like, and then my friend was just like, no, I got a way better idea. Let's dress up full guard in, like, Men in Black Secret Service gear with, like, the earpieces and the glasses, and then always walk around the park in fucking squad formation of 4 people to each side of her, like she's some sort of, like, really high up political figure. It's just, like, literally, and then every ride we get on, like, scour it for fucking things and just be like, it's all clear? Okay, it's clear. Miss, you can enter the ride. It's like...
Oh boy.
I think that's a fucking hilarious idea.
I actually love it.
Oh man.
So, you ready for this? So, Aqua gets this, but like 20 times more impressive.
I would hope so. It's called Aqua.
So, this is the D-Link, which just means we can use a different move list and have 3 extra abilities, basically.
Nice. I'm really happy that that's what the D-Link does and not what I thought the D-Link would be used for. I think the best part is when I really get Derek. The audience can't hear it because when Derek's really fucking laughing, he doesn't laugh loud. He laughs quietly to himself, like there's no air going through his lungs. Like he's just like.
when we recorded the other thing last week.
Yep.
And I did the Mickey Mouse voice. I stopped. I could kill myself with my laughing at some points.
Oh yeah. Because I honestly feel like, Derek, when you laugh, you just like, it's not like you're laughing like a normal human. You laugh like you've completely forgot how oxygen is supposed to enter and exit your body. Like, it's like,
yeah, no, that's me.
Oh shit.
Oh, here's a great part, right?
You just run them. Oh god, this is just beautiful.
Thing is, I don't get experience for it,
ah,
so it's not great to do, but it's funny to do.
right.
You do.
Is this like the only level this is used in?
What, this mechanic?
Yeah.
Maybe one more?
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, man, they really put a lot of attention to detail for this thing that I feel like they're only gonna use once.
Yeah,
And, like,
there's
this
a
whole
lot
game.
of that in Kingdom Hearts games.
I get that, honestly.
I
like, they
like
do
'em.
seem to do that.
I like these games so much, but at the same time, there's a lot of like, why?
I think that's the answer, is why not, though?
Can't make that jump, so we need to do...
Dodge roll. Need
Yep,
to dodge roll.
I need to dodge roll! I need to Sora!
Sora! McGiffey!
I can't wait for when we get like Limit Craft.
Oh, actually, we're gonna have to call it the end here.
Oh, well,
We'll see. We'll do it then. Peace.